heart.
Sherry, Sherry,
So you've got no heart till I love you.
love you, although you tell me lies. Sherry, Sherry, with a laughing eye.
When you touch my face,
Sherry, Sherry.
How's that for an opening track? My little intro opening theme for tonight. Even though it's not necessarily Fuzzadelic, like what we have up tonight. Yeah, this is one of my favorites. This is a group called Sweet Feeling with Sweet Sherry. It's a little phased out. Portable Portal, welcome. Arizona Mick. The Old Goat. Eugene, welcome. Everybody ready for the Fuzz Assault tonight? Got some things lined up pretty well here tonight. Got some consistency. Gonna play a couple full lengths at least. Maybe minus one track, but we'll see. It's kind of a boring blues track, but it's got some fuzz in the middle section. We do love the fuzz around here. Oops. I'm always trying to mix up the songs here in the intro. This is one of my favorite Kingsman track. I actually have this single. It's a little later in their career. A little more sunshine pop, but I like it. The Wolf of Manhattan. Talking about college basketball. I actually caught Saturday's game because I was somewhat forced to see it due to my dad because he's watching that stuff like a hawk, like a Hawkeye. No, I didn't catch the game, what was it, last night? Heard about it. Of course you have to hear about it when you live in the capital city. But, I mean, they're pretty fun to watch. I'll give it that. Just could not make that basket, it seemed like, in the last game, right? Couldn't get those three-pointer shots. Hey, Dave, welcome. Fuck it up. Let's fuzz it up. Yeah, man. There's so much fuzz here that we have to take an intermission at one point. Yeah, two of these titles I'm really stoked to spin. It's in the thumbnail, as you can tell. Legos and The Lid. There are some recent additions this year. I'm going to be kind of excited to share them with you guys. There's truly aesthetic stuff going on there. A little bonehead rock. And then some more familiar stuff. I'm going to kind of open with a little more familiarity in the beginning and then close out on some classic heavy psych titles. And get some good fanfare over here. Don't have a lot of Baroque pop fans over here. That's okay. Some night we're going to play all ambient music. No, I don't know if we'll do that, but we'll mix it up in the future. I got these themes in my notepad of what to do. I might do more spatial, celestial, psych kind of mix. Might have a Sunday morning stream where I'm doing Christian psych. It would definitely be pretty timely to do it now. You know, having Easter among the horizon. So I got some themes working. But it was kind of nice to retreat back to these. The ground zero, the heavy fuzz psych. and fuzz with a PH. UZZ. So we're going to open it up with, I'm going to do like 3 tracks on this first record here, and then we'll slip into the full lengths. And then maybe, depending on the stream goes, we'll share some of the titles I picked up recently. Took a trip down to Omaha this week and picked up on a title that I can't believe no one has picked up in like 7 years it's been in this shop. Amongst no knowledge to me. Had no clue it was sitting in there that long. And of course I gotta be the one that ponies up for it. Because it's one I've wanted. And you never see it around here. So scoop that bad boy up. It's an import title. And then if Mr. Piper drops in, I'm going to share maybe a fuzz track or 2 on this Latin American release. There's one, because isn't he in Tijuana right now? Caught that on one of his streams. He's been playing a lot more Mexican-centered music lately, and this group's from Chile. But I wonder if he knows about it. I haven't heard him talk about it yet. It's a repress I have. Not sure if he would pony up for an original, but be certainly something that he would discuss on his stream. I'd be all about Sunday morning Christian psych stream. Yeah. I could dress up in my Jesus robe. Maybe have a goat wandering in the background somewhere. The 6-eyed goat. No. We don't get that sophisticated over here, even though I did dress up for the occasion. Last minute. And had to wear my brain, because man, my hair, you don't want to see it underneath this cap. Kind of windy out. I got naturally curled hair. And, you should see it when I'm out in Chicago, how much of a Jufro I get. It starts to look like. It's wild. And, breaking news, I will be taking another trip to Chicago very soon. Didn't think I'd break the ice with that too much. I was going to say maybe I'm going to take a trip somewhere, but yes, Chicago's on the list again. I don't think we have too many viewers from Chicago that I could think of. But somehow a lot of the psych heads that aren't really on the YouTube side of things live there. And we've been in contact through Instagram for many years. Got some great people over there. And I had a blast last time in Chicago. Was never bored. So, yeah, pick your poison for tonight. So, did a little grocery shopping before the stream here, and I was thinking, well, what kind of brewery do we have in town? What kind of brewskis do we got? And had to fit with a theme, right? Got a little purple haze action. I think it's based out of Louisiana, this brewery. It was canned in Abita Springs, Louisiana. There's like a Grateful Dead one there too. I think Purple Haze is a little more fitting. Raspberry Alarm Clock. Raspberry Lager. Yeah, dress up like D.R. Hooker. Yeah, I wish I could pull off that. Or maybe just get the monk look. Alright, I think we're ready to spin. 10 minutes in. I ain't got no Johnny Carson monologue for you. No jokes tonight. Unless they pop up and creep into my cerebrum, but... Tim Hortons Coffee. Welcome, Ryan. Canada. Yeah, pick your poison. Get ready. If you gotta pop some microdots, mescaline, Cuban snow, whatever you're into, let's get it started. Strap in, get your seatbelts on, and hopefully you dig this new camera angle. Makes it easier. Excuse me. Makes it a lot easier for me, at least. Stay. Alright. Even though you may not see my precious mug in the camera, that's alright. As long as you see what's spinning up on deck with the little light show action in the background, that's good enough for me. Alright, I'm going to start off with a few tracks from my favorite Gun album, Gunsite. It's the one right after their debut with Race with the Devil. Gotta be honest, not big on the first one. Horns and psych and hard rock don't mix a whole lot for me. Love the back cover. They're all strapped. Strapped with some bullets. This has got like 3 really excellent hard rock tracks. Immediately a step up above from the debut. Gunsite. And then I promise right after those 3 tracks, I'm going to get into the goodies here. If you've seen the thumbnail, if you know, you know. If you don't know, stick around. You may just fall out of your chair. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. And tell me how you've been. I'll chat with you in the chat.
A year has come and gone since you left me on my own. I tried to get together just to see where I went wrong. I've got my head in the clouds. Can't get my feet on the ground. I tried to reason with you to let me play my way, but you just didn't listen to a single word I'd say. I've got my head in the clouds. Can't get my feet on the ground.
Definitely taste that raspberry. It's that aftertaste and the purple haze. Yeah, if you just search it through Discogs or Bandcamp. On Discogs, my name is Cosmic Mind. It's the first listing you should see. Pick it up that way. Welcome, Kimba. Or Bandcamp. Just Google Astro Yacht Bandcamp. You'll find us.
But if it's money that you want, you better go on your way. I've got my head out the club. I've got my feet on the ground.
I appreciate that. I'm glad you found it. Oh yeah, like I've discussed in other streams, you know, we're just being a lot more patient with this next one, taking our time. We've laid down a few rough drafts, but we got better equipment, that's for sure. And it's going to be a lot more short. It's going to be a more shared collaboration, that's for sure. Busy, welcome. I'm gonna play the heavies tonight. None of that classical shit. Got Gunsite, by the way, for you people just joining in. Gonna play a few tracks off here. Then we'll get to the Spotlight LPs. Actually kind of surprised you guys are still talking about our Astral Yacht album ever since October. It's much appreciated. Thank you. Excuse me while I slurp this guy. No, that sounded weird. I did bump up the bass a little bit, by the way. Hope it sounds a little beefier.
Music bound to the sound of time. I scream,
My boys were strapped on this sesh. Man. That obliterates the first one, in my opinion. More track. Second side, vacant situation. Or situation vacant.
He'll show you most anything. I know you have
Anybody interested in my voice wasn't overpowering the music. Anybody want to check this out? The Halloween gig 2010. It's my old band when we played at our high school. Thought about sharing some of that footage. Yeah, we covered I'm 18, Alice Cooper, a few other gems. Some 2000s rock. I'm going to be sharing some VHS footage of a younger PsycheDerek in future videos. So I pulled out the VHS tapes. And I plugged in my DVD VCR combo that I still have. It still works. Functions pretty well.
He'll will show you most anything. I know you haven't been here before. Next time you come, you'll want more. I'm in a world of fantasy. I need someone to comfort me. Don't confuse my life at ease. I don't want no lust or greed. You hold the consequence in your
No, that was the Mustache Harvester era. In case if anybody doesn't know, my very first video here on YouTube, it's that band that I was with in high school, the Mustache Harvesters. At first it was the... Shit, what was it called? The Apricot Jam Band or whatever. That it's that National Lampoon movie. We were basically stealing that title, the Electric Apricot Jam Band Experience. Yeah, we stole that for a minute. And then now it was the Mustache Harvesters. I don't know how the hell we ever came up with that. But yeah, that was back in 2010. I think we formed like the year prior though. And our signature song was the Guns N' Roses cover of Knocking on Heaven's Door, which I got kind of tired of playing that over and over and having to hear my friend's imitation of Axl Rose when he'd go, Heaven's Door, oh yeah, 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 yeah. It was almost like a parody of the song, the way he sang it. Okay, so this is the Spotlight. I picked this up. I was desperate to pick this up online, man. Lid. This is when you know drugs have gone bad. They pretty much put a lid on the late 60s. You know, you had the Tate LaBianca murders, the bad drugs at Altamont, the toilet situation at Woodstock. 60s were kind of getting kind of gross, and this is like the last gross effort, but this is like cool gross and not like Kenny G gross. You know what I mean? And this is the Akarma. There's never been an official reissue of this. Nobody can track down the band. Nobody knows who they are. But you'll see on the back, there's some fictitious band names, and they claim Dave Hessinger. Is that right? Yeah, David Hessinger engineered this. Yeah, right. But I love how they mocked the names, or the fictitious titles on here. They got a lyric sheet inside, kind of deciphering the lyrics best they could. So even these reissues are a little flawed too, because you get some of the surface noise, some of the crudeness, because there was only one single acetate in 1970. But I'm pretty sure it was recorded the year prior though, like late 69. The first track should be a Psych staple, The Time of Hate and Struggle. You may have heard it on YouTube. It's kind of a semi-known underground cut. And it's single-sided, but this is a 10-inch, as you can see. So they made it two-sided. Only 6 tracks, but holy shit, man. This whole thing is fantastic. The whole thing. I forgot how great the rest was when I streamed it one day. And then someone posted it on Instagram and I got jealous, and then, yes, I paid a little extra for shipping just to get it from Germany. It wasn't too bad of a price though. And I actually do love the custom album art that they gave it there with the Green Man, the peace tattoo. Yeah, this is bonehead, paranoid, ultra druggy hard rock here, man. You guys are gonna love it. And then the one that follows up is just as manic, and so, you know, drink your school, do your drugs. You know how that saying goes, right? Lid. LYD. What does it mean?
In the time of hate and struggle, when darkness fills the air, people milling, never speaking, just don't seem to go nowhere. A dark cloud in the mornings ever after, people lying cold as ice, wondering whether it was worthwhile being dead but being right. A dark cloud a dark cloud in the morning ever after, people lying cold as ice, wondering whether it was worthwhile being dead but being right. A dark cloud a dark cloud
It's pretty sick, right? I love that little silvery organ, that kind of eerie organ kind of creeping in the background. It's like one note with that guitar delay. Everybody should know that track, man. That should be as big as Morgan. But the rest, yeah, it's all almost purely hard rock after this. It's great. You know, this might actually be one. It might be actually supposedly it's Bobby Fuller. After he departed with the Bobby Fuller 4, right? He never did die in that car. He was a look-alike. That's what we call the Bobby Fuller conspiracy. I picked the perfect visual for that, for this song. Karen Carpenter on drums, everybody. I say it with such a straight manner, people would actually believe that.
This way. I'm dripping up to the sky. Don't know how long I will stay. I'm gonna stay high. Gonna stay high. Gonna stay high, stay high. You treat me so bad, baby. Lying around your bed. You treat me like I was dead.
Well, my Purple Haze is all empty. I went down fairly fast compared to other record times, right? That's like I got that finished in record time. Don't care for much of the raspberry aftertaste. You know, too bad it doesn't have like a strawberry flavor. Not big on cherry, blueberry, you know, especially raspberry, but it went down pretty smooth.
Stay high. Gonna stay high. Gonna stay high, stay high. You treat me so bad, baby. And still I hang on your bed. You treat me like I was dead. Thing is still. Gonna stay high. Gonna stay high. Gonna stay high, stay high. Not gonna stay high. Gonna stay high. Gonna stay high, stay high. Gonna stay high. Gonna stay high. Gonna stay high, stay I'm gonna find you, baby. Don't know where. When I find you, baby, you say my way is still okay. Gonna love you, baby, till the day I die. When I love you, baby, you say my way is
Such a shame we don't know more about this group, you know. It's a bit of really cool title to get reissued officially.
gonna call you, baby, be far away. When you call, baby, you say my way is still okay. You say my way is still okay. As I walk this trail of trails, as the hard ground touches my feet, I know where it is taking me. Still I walk till I cannot feel. Stopping while I pierce the thorn that's bit inside my feet, and picking what the fruit can bear from the soft concrete. Come out, know you're there. Show me, it's just a dare.
It's a smoker. And it hasn't even gotten crazy yet. This next track, it's like the longest track on there. It's like 7 minutes. They get pretty unhinged, man. It's like you think the drummer is about ready to lose himself. The vocals get really screechy. It's awesome. Hey, welcome, Travis. Doing okay. You know, I thought I was kind of lightheaded before the stream started, actually. I didn't mention in the beginning here. Not sure what that's all about. Been taking a sleep study because apparently my doc wants me to take a sleep study just because I mentioned one time. Yeah, I'm taking melatonin, see what all the hype's about. I guess that's kind of what sparked it, but kind of young to be getting a CPAP. I'm sleeping okay, though. I mean, until I'm doing the sleep test, though, because this thing was, like, tight on my finger. Electronic device. Anybody do a sleep test out there? It's kind of strange. I had to download this app on my phone, and it's like they're tracking all the blood pressure and seeing what kind of dreams I'm having at night. I'm just kidding. I've done some tests, though, on a private live stream, seeing how loud I snore. Only have moments of, like, questionable, you know, like, what's causing all that. But, yeah, another breaking news, too. R.I.P. the man himself, Chucky. It's my favorite movie of his, Silent Rage. I reference this one all the time. If you haven't been paying attention. So I first watched it years ago. Chuck Norris does a horror film. It's basically proto-Reanimator. I even have the Blu-ray. Me and my dad watched this last weekend. He hadn't really saw the whole thing, and you know, some of the best moments you would think would be the best moments of Chuck Norris doing his martial arts moves, but it's kind of my least favorite part. It's all the other creepy elements happening with the soundtrack and some of the stunts that they do. It's like amazing nobody got killed. Well, some people probably did, but some of the stunts that I'm seeing lately in these old films, it's like, because I think Chuck Norris's brother did a lot of stunts too. I watched a film called The Visitor. I think, Dave, have you seen that? I know you liked my post when I shared that I was watching it. The Visitor, yeah, I had not seen it yet, and that movie's a fucking trip, man. Got all these, like, old Hollywood cast members coming in. Sam Peckinpah playing a drunk doctor. He was so drunk on set, they had to overdub his lines in the studio. But yeah, anyways, Silent Rage is it's low-key kind of cool. I mean, it's campy as hell, but I love it. It's got the dude from Animal House as his sidekick, driving that cool Chevy Blazer. Anyways, little chit-chat. Back to the music. Lid. Is that right? Linked to heart failure? Yeah, I only tried a couple different brands. I stopped taking this other brand because it wasn't doing it for me. I kept waking up. actually free on YouTube right now. That's how I watched it. It's it's free on the movies and TV shows category. I was happy to see. This section here, I just want all my rock and roll to sound like this. Just give me that super sloppy, amateurish fuzz. A little fun fact, Chuck Norris can slam a revolving door. I think I bought my dad a Chuck Norris t-shirt one time. It used to say something like, it had like him spread across the U.S. map. And it said, Chuck Norris is like a cloudy with a chance of pain or something like that. Do they really get that heavy, Eugene? I haven't listened to them in a long time. Maybe a little bit on Cheap Thrills that get this heavy, but This is on another level of just manic playing. Yeah, I probably wouldn't mind revisiting Cheap Thrills at some point. I remember liking Side 2 as a teenager. That's when I first listened to Big Brother. Yeah, but the only thing known about these guys, I guess they just recorded this in Hollywood. Just a Hollywood acetate. Must have got passed around, you know, kind of a demo disc. Which kind of gives that impression. The first track, though, sounds a lot different than the rest of this, though. So we got one more track here, Crash Pad. Ends on a cool note. You must have mistaken. It was the gal down below. You know, I almost picked up a drink tonight. Instead of the Purple Haze, there was like a frozen Sasquatch on the can. Maybe next time. I forget what the name was, what it was called, but it was like a winterized, you know, like a polar bear, but it was a Sasquatch. Who knows, maybe there's some squatter in my house. How did we like that? So that was the lid. Well, it's like only 20 minutes long. I used to work with a squatter. Didn't squat at my house. Squatted at my boss's house for too long until she found her own place. Yeah, she was probably the most negative lady I've ever worked with. One of, well, somewhere in the top 3. I work with a lot of negative Nancys. Literally. How'd you guys like seeing my 10-inch? Lid. Got a few 10 inches in the house. I don't tell everybody that, but only on live streams. Okay. This one generously was, well, I kind of begged for it. Not really, but this is one that during Seekineth Red, Dom, he was going through his psych purge right now, and just prior to that, I knew he had this one, and I begged on my knees. I was like, I gotta have this. I wonder if he's gonna be okay offering this one to me, and he was cool with it, so I picked this up from Dom. Be playing this one next. Just let me get it out. Let me get my 12-inch out. This is a fun one. This is a fun one. Might skip the last track. Gets a little too slow and bluesy. This is in the thumbnail. Lagos. From Peru. Reeve de Silence. It's an archival thing. They only had 2 singles back in their heyday. And for 68, these first couple or so tracks, damn. I think all of this was 68 though. It was recorded right in the midst of Hendrix experience. They were very much turned on by that. And this is like liquefied acid rock 101 with a little bit of blues psych in there too. But the first track, man, I mentioned it in my top singles of all time, Turn Over, which I think was the B-side. Turn Over, get it? And yeah, this archival, I think I spotted it one time in person in Chicago. For some reason I passed it up. Maybe it was colored vinyl, I don't remember. Or I already had like enough from the shop, and I was like, this is all I'm paying for this at this place, and passed it up for whatever reason, but got it thanks to Dom, and yeah, man. Let's keep the stream moving. Kind of light commentary today. I want the music to speak. Check this track.
Somebody hate me. Let me get my favorite home. I can get no more. I'm gonna feel good.
It's a little bit of a Jimi Hendrix Fire similarity. Phasey Fuzzy Overload.
I'm fine and happy. Please come back. I feel bad. I feel down. I feel so down. I feel bad. I feel down. I feel so down.
Yeah, they caught the Hendrix bug kind of early, didn't they? They listened to Fire once, and that was it. They got that trick. Just fucking rocks. Yeah, upon rewind, I imagine Chris, Vinyl Piper, immediately adds this to his want list. This is right up his alley.
So many tears, or so many cries, and no, I feel.
This is actually the A-side or the B-side to Turnover. It's kind of the slowest track on the album, so I'll talk over it a little bit. But I was going to show this one to Chris. Los Pajeros, The Birds, but their band name's actually Kissing Spell, which I think the bootleg label got their name from. I was kind of curious to see if Chris knows this one. It's from Chile. It's the reissue, though. From, I think, the mid-90s on the Essex. It's pretty decent. It's kind of more of a, you want to say like a psych folk kind of sound, but it's not really folky. It's just more like a kind of mellower psych rock sound. And it's got brief flashes of fuzz here and there. But the only disappointment about this one, I don't know if it goes for the original either, but the mix on this has like super wide stereo separation where things don't even happen for 2 or 3 minutes on one channel. You know, I don't mind stereo, but when it does those sort of things where it's vocals on one side only and everything else on the other side, kind of messes with me in a not so fun way.
Come back. I want you to come back. Oh, sleeps me now, and I've lived in my mind. I've lived your smile, and I've just to die.
I don't know, man. Is it me or am I seeing faces in that liquid light show? I'm seeing Jimmy. That was their other single, Out of the Sun. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Out of the Sun.
Tombait sur la ville endormie. Et moi j'étais là, et je ne savais pas pourquoi. Non, je ne sais plus où est le soleil. Depuis longtemps, il ne sort pas. J'ai beau regarder.
Certainly sounds pretty great for an archival set. You know, tapes just lying around just to be released. Sounds pretty crisp. Got that great power trio sound working for them. But it sounds like, according to their backstory, they were pretty reviled by their community. Weren't very supportive of this loud harshness in their sound. Like this, I think their folks like to stick to the opera house music kind of sounds.
Un endroit pour me réchauffer. Car mon cœur est froid, je sens que je suis délaissé. Non, je ne sais plus où est le soleil, non qui jamais plus ne sera. Comme cet été, où je croyais que tu m'aimais.
To have a little bit of a ghostly brass background in the studio for that one. And then everything after this is pretty much all archival, unreleased. Just sign me up for that sound all day, man. Whammy bar, wah pedal, that thick fuzz. Welcome, Ken. On the Perfumed Garden. I've probably heard that comp before. Wouldn't be surprised if they've been comped several times. Some cool feedback. Sounds like that hidden track on Nirvana's Nevermind album. Am I right or am I right? What's that song called? Endless? Nameless? Isn't that kind of what it sounded like? It's been years since I've fully listened to Nevermind. Yeah, so this is a release that came out, It's a release that came out in 2011. It's limited to 650 copies, apparently. Shadox, right? Pretty sure. Yep, Shadox music. Nice thick cardboard, like always. 2011.
Qui défile sans cesse, sans cesse, sans cesse, sans cesse. Et cette radio qui hurle, encore et toujours. Sûrement, si cela continue, je vais devenir fou, malade, cinglé.
It's got a psyche.
Fou, malade, cinglé. Fou, malade, cinglé. Fou, malade, cinglé. Silence, un monde de silence, rien que du silence, du silence, du silence, du silence, du silence. Oh, ces voitures qui défilent sans cesse, sans cesse, sans cesse, et cette radio qui hurle, hurle, hurle encore.
que je deviens fou. Je sens que je deviens fou. Je deviens fou. J'en ai marre. J'en ai marre. J'en ai marre. J'en ai marre.
Wouldn't surprise me if it was John Peel that started that. I'm not positive, though. Not too sure on that. And you better believe that, Ryan. Yeah. There's actually one coming up way later in the stream. If you know, you know. He covered this opening track on one of these heavy psych records. Around the Bleach era. I won't say what it is unless you know. Just put it in the chat. But yeah, it'll be coming up too. They covered this in their own version. I think they switched some of the lyrics up, and obviously more upbeat. But yeah, we'll be spending some on the 12-hour stream we got going on. It's 1 hour more than the last stream. Oh, you weren't there for that 11-hour stream? Yeah, I got taken down. But in all seriousness, I might go over the 3-hour mark tonight. We'll just see how things hang. Might do 3.5 hours. I'm stretching it. I did pull a lot out for tonight. I believe you're right on that, which is insane to think that they're on two different sides of the whole U.S. and he was able to hear about them. Same as Frank Zappa. How the hell did they get advanced copies? Well, I'm carrying the torch for Mr. Peel. Derek Peel. I play what the people want. I'm not sure why I said they're from Peru. I was thinking of another group. This group's from France, actually. I don't know why I got that mixed up. French band. So this is Les Goths. The Goths. Psych Peel. Psych Appeal. Well, according to the sleeve there, I think they'd been inspired by Gothic architecture. You know, the Roman Empire. That's kind of what I'm picking up on during the Renaissance era. You certainly won't be seeing this band's t-shirts at Hot Topic. like I said, I would do this justice by playing the last track, but it gets pretty slow and boring to me. See, it's kind of like this, you know? So I want to skip that. That's the weak link on that track, on this album. Let's play the heaviest one so far today. It's a little intermission music. This is kind of what you came for, right? These kind of sounds. Okay. We're going to end this first set with this track. The hook. The hook will grab you. Hooked. With Son of Fantasy Part 2. Drum solo. My man works with his fingers. Shawn Michaels, welcome. I've got one question for you. Have you been hooked? It's like the longest outro in history. I did the job for him. I hooked ya. The hook. Yeah, man. It's when they added Dennis Provisor on organ. And it became a 4-piece, and then it just ruined their sound. No, not really. I kind of prefer the first one a little more over this, but I mean, that track is one of their best. Better than part 1. First album's got a little bit of a funkier edge, kind of more hard rock, Hendrixy. It's got that hook on the cover, the fist. So yeah, we're going to take a little intermission here, about halfway through. Oh, wait, this ain't a Piper stream. I got to get this out of here. Puff, puff the magic dragon. Had to do it. It's a group called Infinity. Same girl. Alright. Time to take a pit stop. Do some sock mopping. Maybe get another beverage. And let the earwax kind of marinate a little bit. We'll take a little intermission here. Give your ears a rest. It only takes so much fuzz. I will BRB.
into her face and into her head, trying to remember what she said. 'Cause you know it's not the same girl inside. to hide the way the tears were falling from my eyes. 'Cause I found out she's not the same girl inside. I don't know who's to blame, girl, so let it ride. I really must admit it, I know the score. She's really not the same girl anymore. 'Cause I found out she's not the same girl inside. I don't know who's to blame, girl, so let it ride. I really must admit it, I know the score. She's really not the same girl anymore.
All right, I am back. You know, I did my laundry. I don't have any socks, no sock mopping. So I said, goodbye, undies. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't do any of that business. Got me a little different beverage. And what is that I hear? I hear people shouting outside. I think they're just having a little fun out there. Anytime it bleeds into the headset, I'm a little concerned. Later stuff like the fuzz tones, couldn't even tell you the last time I heard them. You know, I'm stuck in the prime years. I like my old stuff. No fuzz tones, no black angels. None of that for me. Not even the 80s garage revival too much. I like some, but not enough to pick up on. If that answers your question. I mean, I couldn't even really name a fuzz tones track, I don't think. That's how out of it I am. Netflix Bowie documentary. I see Noble Records, he uploaded a documentary onto his other page. Find This Record. He re-uploaded the Rocky Erickson one. I only watched that one time. It was kind of depressing. Like any documentary. But of course, my favorite documentary might be Sugar Man. Searching for Sugar Man. I'm going to play this one next. Kind of sweep us back into the mix. Ever so gently with the somewhat title track. Quiet Before the Storm. Thunder on a Clear Day. Wish I had an original, but this 80s repress sounds really nice too. This is like essential US psych right here. That not a lot of people talk about for some reason. So it'll kind of gently sweep us back into the fuzz eventually. Chris. Down in Tijuana. Got something to show you here. You looking for this one? Los Pajeros? Kissing Spell? You have this one? You might like a few tracks on it. It's not entirely fuzz-based, but it has its moments. They're actually from Chile. If you find an extra copy of Doug's Smog, I'd be interested. By the way, even if it's a 70s repress. I need one. I need all Doug's yet. Primarily, I just want their first two. The Smog and then their first one. Oh, you do have it. Nice. Kissing Spell.
The quiet before the storm. A soft wind plays in the trees. Everybody's feeling so groovy now. Life is a breeze.
Alright, I'll have to check that one out. The Cambia. Yeah, I haven't really gotten much further than their first two, to be honest.
All is calm and peaceful, but a few
You have this one too, right, Chris? 20th Century Zoo.
they seem to be growing stronger now. No one knows why.
Originally came out on the Vault label. This is the 80s repress. Sounds really good though. I remember they used to sell for about, I don't know, about 100 or so, but I haven't really checked the prices lately. Was that release date today? I had no idea it was today. I don't know if I'll pick it up yet. I might. Is that the pre-order today? I might just pick it up if it's still in stock. I may not get the pre-order if it's in that stage right now. I do like it though.
All is calm and peaceful, but a few lazy clouds in the sky.
And I believe the liner notes were done by Stephen Krakow, who I've actually met in Chicago. I'll be going back to Chicago soon. Maybe I'll see if my local shop can get hooked up to a distributor for Ancient Grease. Maybe I'll be able to get it in locally. This next track, Rainbow, is the one. Some awesome dual guitar going on. Speaking of AZ Mick, these are your boys from Phoenix. Forgot to mention, good evening, Carol, Madame. Yeah, that track will clean out colons, earwax all day. Imagine that. When you show up, Chris, YouTube's threatening me again. Those bastards. Just messing with you.
One little bullfrog sitting by the roadside. He's looking both ways.
It's like once they follow you, they follow me. My memory serves me, I don't think there's been a recent reissue of this for a while. I remember there was like a radioactive picture disc, maybe one other that's sort of similar to this one. This is the line reissue from 83. I've had this for quite a while though. I was kind of surprised to see you get away with West Coast pop art, but I think you said in the stream that you can do a live stream of it, just not a proper video or something like that. I was surprised you can get away with that. Yeah, Reprise, Warner Brothers, they might be the toughest ones as far as the copyright is concerned. And if you can, Chris, I encourage you to rewind the stream. You missed the two big ones, Legots and Lid. I think you may have seen me talk about this one, though, before. This is from Seeking a Thread. Purchased this one from him. And then, yeah, the Lid on a Karma, LYD. It's definitely something you'd be into, Chris. Oh yeah, you would absolutely love it. It's definitely that blues acid psych that you love. And the fuzz throttle, plus the wah pedal, Hendrix-like feedback. I mean, that's who they were inspired by, really. Hendrix experience. Almost like the neighbors always know when I'm live streaming, because that's when the funky sounds start coming from outside. Maybe Sasquatch is out there again. I'll be talking about some records I picked up in Omaha too, maybe after this side's over. I did pick something up that I did not realize was unofficial till I looked it up once I brought it home. Picked up 3 records yesterday, plus a cool OG that's sat in a shop for 7 years, and somehow I'm the one that takes it home. I didn't even realize he had it in there. We'll be talking about it. This next track's pretty fun. I want to plug your ears for a second, though. There'll be some glass shattering. It's like a stock sound effect they used. See what I mean? Fuzz on this track's awesome. Got that real grit to it.
I never would stop loving you, baby. I never loved anybody this way. Got a girl that couldn't keep going. Keep the look of loving in your face. Good time to be together. Bad time to win my heart.
So luckily, my hometown is way out, west Nebraska. Not way out west, but west of the cities. And thankfully, where my dad lives, they're all safe. The weather's been been affected by the fires. Doesn't know whether it wants to rain, have the sun come out. All these clouds are all kind of affecting the area over here, kind of blowing this way, but I think it's more west and central Nebraska is where it's really happening. It's just been so damn dry. We're in a severe drought. The whole state's like in a red flag warning. But no, no fires nearby except for right here. Some fire wax. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's more way out west in central Nebraska. But the fire departments from my hometown, all those small rural communities, are out there west, staying overnight, taking these fires out. Yeah, nothing like it. I've never seen anything like it in quite a while. There's been fires before, though, but the wind has really picked up. And of course, now that I mentioned my dad, we got to talk about my dad's knees. No, but he did have gallbladder and hernia surgery last week. I think I might have mentioned that was coming up. Turned out okay. I spent the weekend with him and didn't have to do too many housekeeping chores, whatever you want to call it. Did get a few groceries for him, but looked like just a huge tampon on his stomach. They opened him up. Kind of like the jaws of life, pulling people out of vehicles, but with his stomach. I haven't seen it since then, but yeah, they ripped that Band-Aid off this week. Sounds like he's doing pretty good, but man, his stomach for the longest time just looked like a deflated volleyball or soccer ball. It was very pointy. It was hard to cover up, but my man's getting up there in age. He'll be turning 67 in April. And it's too bad that I can't really be there too much for him as far as taking him to all these appointments, because where he had the surgery done was more, well, it wasn't in either Omaha or Lincoln, it was out west. And, the people that are taking him to all these surgeries are family members, but everybody's getting up in age too. The people driving him to his appointments are older than him. And when you live in small town Nebraska, you don't travel too far from your stomping grounds. You don't leave the county too often, unless you're me, who doesn't want to stay there all my life, but I'm still young and carefree, enjoying the city life, if you want to call it the city life. Yeah, going to Lincoln from where my dad's from, that's a vacation for people out there. I'll play one more track off this. Another favorite. Oops. It's all in my head. And don't worry, that wasn't outside. I wouldn't be surprised if I heard that outside either. Sirens followed. No, my dad's doing alright though. He's a little goofy, but he's doing alright. Unfortunately, not a fan of Psych. Damn it. I tried to be an encyclopedia for him, but one ear out the other for that guy. He sticks to his Black Oak, Arkansas, Ozark Mountain Daredevils, Bob Seger. Good thing I got the psychedelic bug early on, right?
The air is growing heavy with the color
Yeah, my shop has had Bob Seger's Back in 72 album for quite a while now. I think he still has it. It's been for sale for a while. You'll see that one floating around. I think the only one I have on the shelves right now, I used to have the first Seeger system, sold it, might get it back someday. And I have the Noah album, the one that he proudly loves. Yeah, the Noah album, that's kind of strange, man. That's more like the, whoever the other guitarist was writing all the songs on there. It's kind of strange that the label would do that, spotlight the other guy, when it's called the Bob Seger system. I can understand why he's frustrated about it. Wasn't his name like Tom Neame or something? Sounds right. You even have Brand New Morning, Carol. Brand New Morning. It's like his acoustic album. Yeah, so it's a Technics 1500. Had this baby a long time, since I was like 11, 12 years old. Lend it to me. Thanks, Bernie. Rest in peace. It's one of my dad's old friends. I lugged this thing around so many places within those many years. I also love that little part where the fuzz on one side's, really letting loose, and the other side's plucking away. It's like boom, 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 boom. Oh yeah, let's use the warm-up stock sound. We gotta put some padding on it. Put some filler in there. We have an orchestra in the studio. Yeah, I think a lot of the Technics, whether it be 1650 or the 1500, they're pretty identical, I think. It's got the pitch on the side, It's done very well for me. Outside of the RCA cables recently, which I was having some issues with on a couple streams back. All fixed now. Alright. This is the one song I do skip every time we play this record. Alright, we're gonna switch it up a bit. I'm gonna play two heavies off of this one I posted on Instagram this week. Just give me a sec. Well, it's just like anything. Washing machines, blazers, they're meant to build to last, right? Never owned an electronic washing machine before, but my relatives have, and those old ones work best. I imagine even dishwashers too. I've never owned a dishwasher, but if you got the beep boop electronics in there, it's not as good. Not that hard wiring, you know? I like sticking to the old stuff like this when I can. All those computers and all those chips in my car. So, oh yeah, before we start spinning too, I was going to share what I picked up in Omaha. So this is the unofficial, did not realize it till I brought it home. It was a good price though. Galactic Supermarket. That's for another day. Possibly streaming this one. I'm going to do a more celestial, spacey psych theme video or live stream someday. It's on a Victory label. It's like an Italian bootleg. Sounds good. Played this last night. Sounds really good though. It's got all the big names. Klaus Schultz, Manuel Gatsching, Dieter. I hadn't heard it in a long time, and I was like, damn, that's good. It's got its moments. This is one you hear a lot of hype about. And I was like, well, if everybody on my online crowd is enjoying this, I may as well take a chance on it too. I may have streamed this in the past a few times. It's kind of like Gary Higgins' Red Hash. You hear about those kind of records. This is the one I picked up. Ted Lucas. This came out last year on everybody's favorite label, Third Man Records. Don't know if it's everybody's favorite, but I listened to side one yesterday, and it's nice. It's kind of like the American Nick Drake kind of approach. Nice singer-songwriter, got that kind of somber, mellow tone to his vocal. But the one that I went to Omaha for was this. It's an original Denny Gerard, and not that Denny Gerard of Mamas and Papas or the Poppers guy from Canada. This is the South African fella. Sinister Morning, Duram Nova. You know that couldn't have been cheap, and it wasn't. But I have some extra cash lying around lately. I've been picking up on some goodies. Can't really do it one-handed, but I'll be doing a video talking about it. You guys know the history with this one? So this is actually... So this is the producer of sea shanties, High Tide Sea Shanties. And High Tide is backing him up on here. But you would never know, because it sounds like a more folk rock band. It's got kind of a folky acoustic approach to it with some brief electric lead on there. Rocks in a few spots, but it's more folk rock, but I think it's damn good in spots. There's a couple moments where it, I don't know, kind of sags a little bit. But overall, worth picking up, and you just never see it. How the hell this sat in a shop for 7 years and nobody picked up on it? There's no psych heads in Nebraska, I'm telling you. Well, there is, but they're not willing to fork that much over, I think, for what I paid. It's not really one that people are talking about much either. I think the only other one I have on this label is Aardvark. I got an original Aardvark. That would be a good one to stream someday. Alright. Let's move on to the heavies here. You could almost put this in the same camp as Denny Gerard. This is more of a folk rock project. St. Stephen. This is the other Steve on ABC Probe, not Steve Morgan. What an awesome cover that is with the sea monster. Is it a Hydra? Got some creatures on the back. So this guy he would later be in the Nervous Eaters, that punk rock group. And then he started in Front Page Review. And this kind of gets lumped into the Bosstown scene. It's from Boston. It's kind of like a one man's vision, kind of a conceptual record. Kind of has a little bit of a foggy narrative, but the songs are good enough to sit through. This one track isn't one I had in mind playing, but it's one of my favorites. It's short, Glada Kadova. Got some cool guitar delay, nice little catchy hook, melodic. Let's play that on here. The cows are running back home. Yeah, Carol, don't you know I'm a know-it-all? Just messing. But yeah, even I'm impressed. I know that album, Brand New Morning. I know the shop had a copy one time. It was kind of rough though. Yeah, this is truly one of the very first underground psych records I've ever picked up. So I've had this copy let's see, definitely, yeah, probably about 12 years, 12, 13 years I've had this same reissued copy. This is a Scorpio from 2010 maybe, 20 or 2007, somewhere around there. What's the track? Apo Day. It's the single off the album. Always liked his vocals too. Yeah. It's a cruncher. It's one of 2 crunchy tracks on this one. Otherwise, it's kind of more folk-based. I guess Oliver knew what he was talking about when he gave him that advice. I'm assuming that was a childhood friend of his. Had all the answers. St. Oliver. That's right. I actually knew that about DJ Shadow. That he would sample that track. It's that guitar line. It's do do do, boo do 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 do. So the track I'm looking for is "Sun in the Flame." Here it is.
Realize it's time to say now and see the games you play now. Throughout it all, my mind says, I wish I was dead instead. Falling into hands of uncertain gain. Tried to disguise it, now it's ever so plain. Burned up by the sun in the flame. I hear the same crowds do say, what is the sin we all play? Destroying what we do love. Maybe it's time we show. On life it's always the same. Around or under, but in there's no shame. Burned up by the sun in the flame.
Yeah, it's certainly no Steve Morgan, but it does the job. I thoroughly love about everything on here. It's a good one. Speaking of hip-hop samples.
Pink and green, purple and orange and blue.
I can sing the rain.
Eden. All right. Yeah, so St. Stephen. Oh, geez, I think you can still pick up. The price hasn't really changed much on it. I think you can still pick up originals for 40, 50 bucks if you're patient. For some reason, I've just never upgraded. I've just always kept this reissue. Let's see what we have up next. I think I know what it is. So that was Sun in the Flame by St. Stephen. The other one was A.A. Podé. Super K. What do we all know on that label? The best. Shadows of Night record, of course. It is the best. Don't listen to those other people. This is the best one. I think it's kind of considered the self-titled. I've done this on a stream before, but it always satisfies. It makes people remember how heavy they got. This is like when they listened to Blue Cheer once and left those garage trappings behind. I want to play this one. Uncle Wigglily's Airship.
Get me off. I couldn't help but wonder when I heard the thunder like a sonic blast overhead. Oh, the flashing lightning was oh so frightening, so I ducked my body into bed. Who's up there in the airship? Who would dare drop? They might flip. Who would take such a wild trip? Well, the clouds all lifted and away it drifted like a watermelon with wings. It had a banner flying and it wasn't lying, and some crystal clear porcelain thing. Is it plant or matter? Is it growing fatter? Does it
Now, this one seems to have gotten a seam split up on top since I've pulled it out last. Damn it. Yeah, it's kind of a rough cover already, I guess. kind of glad the label gave them some freedom on this record. Seems like they had a couple songs that were trying to become hits, and then they just said, play what you like, boys, and we got this. Love it.
For two hells and me. He said, come along and sing my song. We'll sail to the beautiful sea. Who's up there in the airship? Who would dare drop? They might slip. Who could take such a wild trip?
Got to wiggle the giggles out.
Right.
Get all giggly when I'm up in space, man.
First time I saw you, you looked my way. I couldn't blame you, just had to say, I wanna make you mine. I said, I wanna make you mine. I said, I wanna make you mine. I wanna make you all mine. I wanna make you all mine. I wanna make you all mine. I'm all on fire, down deep inside. Take me up higher, up to the sky. I said I wanna make you mine. I said I wanna make you mine. I said I wanna make you mine. I wanna make you all mine. I wanna make you all mine. I wanna make you all mine. Get it. I'm all on fire, way deep inside. Take me up higher, up to the sky. I said I wanna make you mine. I said I wanna make you mine. I said I wanna make you mine. I wanna make you all mine. I wanna make you all mine. I wanna make you all mine. Love, baby. Make love, baby. Oh, yeah.
What you mean, the Tom Neame system? It's my copy of Noah. I don't know, you kind of inspired me, Carol. For once. Is there a heavy one on here? I think Death Row is the one. It gets kind of... Well, Intravenous Eyes is pretty cool, too. Maybe we'll play a couple on here. Oh, totally. Yeah, Richard and the Young Lions. Yeah, that's a gem. Yeah, this is a reworking of their hit. So they had a kind of a regional hit, right? With Shake. This is like a hard rock, heavy psych kind of cut. Kind of reworking of it. I think I'll play. Oh man, this whole thing's great, but I might play their version of Bluebird. And we'll play a couple Michigan things too before the night's over. We'll go over the 3-hour mark. We'll live dangerously for a little bit. Not feeling as lightheaded as before. The fuzz is my medicine. Is there a doctor in the house?
Listen to my bluebird laugh. She can't tell you why. Deep within her heart, you see, she knows only lies. Or just lies. Yeah. There she sits, a lovely bird.
Produced by the Kasnet's Cats production. Isn't that something? Yeah, it's a pretty cool version of Bluebird. I also like the James Gang cover too. This is what I would call Fuzzadelic. That's what I was saying from the beginning. Yeah. It's about the only Shadows one I listen to, really. Not even like really too big on their first. I like some songs on Backdoor Men. They just kind of bring back some of their old songs and do some other things. Yeah, it's called Shake Revisited 69. I'll Set You Free. Yeah, Bluebird, Backdoor Man. Yeah, this is like my preferred sound of Shadows of Night. Okay, so you can see Duram label, right? What if I told you I had a copy of Michigan's Frigid Pink on Duram? Now this one is one of the earliest, like even before St. Stephen, like when I was in high school, had a copy of Frigid Pink. So this one takes me back. This is like a nostalgic one for me. I first had their single, what was it, End of the Line, and then Sing a Song for Freedom, which was on their second album. I'm going to play a track off this one. I don't play it like I used to, but I upgraded to a Duram UK copy. Want to Be Your Lover.
You can't have your cars, woman.
used to have a copy of Defrosted. Wasn't in the best shape, and I didn't really play it as much as this one, but Defrosted is good though. Yeah, I picked up the Frost first album, I think, was it late last year? Shared it not too long ago in a video. Man, I was taken back by that. That really impressed me. I forgot how good that was.
You can have your trouble, people. Just don't push it on me. I'm a lover. 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 I'm a lover.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having it back. Probably just traded it for something else I wanted. Yeah, I forgot this has a little drum thing going on too, Aaron. It's got a little drum section. God, I haven't heard this track in a while. It's more like 10 Sugar Ray records. Somebody likes those tom-toms. Would have been a good closing track for the 3-hour stream, but we're going to keep going a little bit. 2 more records. Full disclosure, I actually parted with my MC5 LPs. I have the 45s now. We played that on the 45 stream. Got the early singles. What did I have? I had like an 80s Electra of Kick Out the Jams. Now if I found an original uncensored for like, I don't know, $20 and it was rough, maybe I'd pick it up. I used to have back in the USA, I actually, funny enough, used to have a Parrot copy of Frigid Pink, and back in the USA, I bought it from the same seller the same day, back when I was in high school. But we all know the story of back in the USA. All treble, no bass. I think the only one I mean, it's got some cool tracks. High School and, well, the studio version of Looking at You. It's alright. I prefer the single version, though. I've purged a lot of things to get where I am today with the ones that I want. But by request, I'm going to play a couple on here. We're not playing Cat, Carol. Come on now. From Noah. What if I asked Bob to, just imagine I get like a VIP pass after he just plays like a rock or some shit like that and be like, Bob, can you play Cat on stage for us all? I think he would lose a lot of fans. I forget what it all says in that track, but it's kind of weird. This is it. Or he's saying something like, Mother, Father. Now this is more appropriate for a Heady Variations, which is coming up. What the hell, man? Bob, calm down. I think it's like a cat in heat. That's what I'm picking up on. We're going to play Intravenous Eyes and Death Row, which was the B-side of 2+2, right? That was the B-side? Bobby Jameson, Color Me In. I have that record. It's survived a few purges of mine. Still keeping it though. I like that it's produced by, maybe it's not produced, or maybe it is, Kurt Becher. I think he's a part of those sessions. Yeah, because he does a song by Kurt Becher. I think it's alright. I'm not over the moon about it like his other one. The Chris Ducey. I prefer that one actually. The Chris Ducey where he was filling in the spot for Chris Lucy on that Budget label. Do you see a copy of Jameson at your shop or something? I don't know what the price is on that anymore. It used to be like a $20 album, but now it's probably closer to $100 now. It's got a hell of a backstory, that's for sure. I would say it's not some of the best pop. It's not too psyched out. It's a lot more folky sunshine pop from what I recall. Very California sounding. You might have to stream that one first, I would suggest, before picking that up. Like I said, not crazy about it, but it's got a few good numbers. Might take a few rotations to memorize some of the tracks, but it's decent. Let's play some Death Row. The songs that Seeger wants you to forget about.
Here I am. All my time's rolling slowly by. 21 years old, waiting on my turn to die. Every minute, Lord, every minute seems like five. And if it wasn't for the window, I wonder if the world outside was alive. Yeah, smoking cigarettes, drinking coffee, waiting on my last meal. Oh, I tried to pretend, but this cell is much too real.
You know, that actually reminds me. I do have Ramblin' Gamblin' Man on compact disc. I don't think it's in here, is it? They got some CDs on the bottom. I can't grab them right now, but I'm kind of trapped. But I actually found the CD at a garage sale in town here one time, and I guess the CD's kind of rare. So I still have that. Sometimes I pop in the car. Yeah, it is on the first one, though. I love White Wall from the first one, especially that last 2 minutes or so of that track. White Wall, that one's a banger. Yeah, that's what you would call floaters, like a turd. They kind of float, but like a turd.
It's too late to pray, and anyway, I can't see this room. I'm starting to sweat now. It won't be long now. I can see they're gonna put me in that chair. They're gonna put me in that chair, and that's how the end's gonna be. Yeah, now it's getting colder. It's getting colder now, and I'm starting to scream. Why?
our hatreds into one bunch and be done with them. Hot sun, clear water, fresh wind. Let me be free of pain.
Okay, this one brings us back to our Nirvana discussion. Apparently no one got it. At least I didn't see it in the chat. Nirvana covered the first song off this album back in their Bleach days, Thunder and Roses. This one recently got reissued, I think, on Outsider. It's Gearson affiliated. Still have no idea what that cover is supposed to represent. A fire hydrant with wings. But yeah, this is an original I picked up a while ago, and there's still an original copy sitting at my local shop. It's been there for months. Somebody needs to grab that. And yeah, they're pretty hard to find without the cut corner. It's pretty rare to find without that. Another good power trio. We're going to end the night with this one. A little bit of a mellow night for me. Kind of had to warm up into the stream a little bit. Like I said, I was not feeling the greatest earlier, but as the nights progressed, after I drank my purple haze, I feel a little better, so. Alright, we're going to close out with this one. King of the Black Sunrise. White Lace and Strange. And we'll probably do like the majority of side 2. Yeah, so Kurt Cobain was a fan of this one. Marky Mark. Welcome.
White whisper soft in the doorway, hardly concealing a touch to me. Wanting to stay just for one day.
How about them Huskers? Yesterday's game.
Deep crimson lips calling to me, feeling so eager and tasting so fine. Making sweet love to the morning, when it's time she must go. And once again I see white lace and strange with eyes of blooming, conjuring a fantasy of love within her mind. White lace and strange with eyes of blooming, burning in a factory of feeling all the time.
Where's your focus right now, Rich? Kind of in a sunny pop psych mood? Maybe Jameson is what you need. I would say if it's under $40, take a chance. Maybe bring some trade in.
Deep crimson lips calling to me, feeling so eager
Yeah, he's definitely channeling in that Jack Bruce in those vocals. Yeah, as much as I like side one, that's the strongest track for sure. But we're going to spin it over here. Flip the pancake over. Of course, all these groups were listening to Cream and Hendrix, especially these trios. I hear you. Well, you're asking the number one wimp right here for Wimpy Psych. The one that comes to mind right now, if you want to pick up on the repress on Munster, there's Federal Duck. I know Chris, Vinyl Piper, shared that. I've done an Acid Archive on that too. Federal Duck kind of sits in between like the kind of dreamier side of the Freeborn, the Fallen Angels. I don't love it as much maybe nowadays, but it's definitely a good one. It's got those dreamy sight cuts we all look for. It's got some jazzy touches, a little silliness too. Unpredictability. Try to think some more as I listen here. This one's not so much pop psych per se, but it's more straight ahead psych rock. I had this pulled for another stream I'm going to do. Heady Variations, the group Image. A Mouth in the Clouds. This is a little more druggy Jefferson Airplane if they were from the East Coast. Only did one album. And they have a very manic female vocalist. And they got a really killer track called Haya. Like all one word. Hiya. Haya. I'm going to play that on an upcoming stream. It's wild. But yeah, I don't know. You might like this, Rich, if you ever see it online or something. I think it's still affordable too. $20 to $40 for originals. What can I say, man? I love my dreamy harmonies. For some reason, my voice was only coming through the left channel there. Not anymore. Just a second. kind of on the freaky side in some spots. But, I don't know, check it out. Chocolate mousse, I got that one. I think I can grab it. It's in the Z's. Oh man, there's one here I'd really love to play, but yeah, YouTube does not like me playing this one. I'll show it in a second here. I'm trying to find Zoo. Oh, there it is. Yeah, this copy I got really cheap because cover's kind of got some water damage, but vinyl's pretty nice. Chocolate Mousse. This has got the guitarist for who would later be in Heart. It's a very short LP. Let's see. Yeah, I wish I could play this one. This one would fit in the theme real well. Young Flowers. Bloom Pistolen? Bloomster Pistolen. Stands for the flower gun. That was a recent pickup at the record show. Yes, that sounds correct. Howard Leslie. Yeah, I think we're just going to let side 2 roll out. It's a great, consistent side. Great flow. Yeah, this is a little more Hendrixy. They do cover Red House on here too. I did get my Psychedelic Digest book. Maybe I can see if there's any more psych pop for you. Richie? Anybody seen Richie? Does anybody get that reference? Okay, I just flipped past one. Now I can't get back to it. I'd pass this record out to everybody when I would see a copy. Let's see if I can get back to it here. So actually, I gave Seeking a Thread a copy of this. There it is. It's kind of a heavy, thick book. Fargo. I see it now. You can find this in like the $5 bin all day yet. It's kind of a 60s Bee Gees kind of sound. Gets a little weird, though, in some spots. Yeah, Fargo, I See It Now. It's on RCA Victor. I think it came out in 69, I think. Glass Prism. You got it, Ken. Sometimes I just throw like movie quotes out and see if people actually get the reference. Anybody seen Richie? He's a trash can full of dirt. Like a lot of those martial arts actors, they're only brought on set to do their martial arts. Their acting skills, their acting chops, forget about it. Have you seen the way Seagal runs? It's like he's got broken wrists when he runs. He's flapping all over. Yeah, I listen to a bunch of movie podcasts, and man, I get a hell of a laugh. It gets me through my work day, man. One of my favorite film podcasts, Bad Movies Rule. Yeah, I was listening to him talk about Hard to Kill one day. That Seagal movie. So I watched a few of them as a kid, and I laughed at them more than anything. It's a trash can full of dirt. All right, we're closing out on this track. Open Up Your Eyes. Closing the stream with Open Up Your Eyes. Yeah, that's a good one. So I'm kind of looking through the book yet. Eternity's Children. It's going to be hard to hold up with the microphone, so I'll just show it here real quick. So they reissued their second album for the first time. What's it called? Timeless? I'm still looking for their first one. I don't have a reissue or a original of that. It's one I'm really lacking. So I actually filled the gap. As far as the OG's concerned, one I've been after for years. Literally. Sagittarius, present tense. I finally got an original copy thanks to Crazy Jimmy, who seems like he's been on your feed lately, Richie, right? Crazy Jimmy. He just upgraded to another copy of that Sagittarius. And I took his Canadian copy. So, yeah, we're in good hands there. Been after a copy forever. Yeah, I'd mentioned that. You can hear the Jack Bruce, right? And I actually found the second Sagittarius in the $4 bin. Unreal. Must have thought they had like a classical record or something, looking at the blue marble, the earth on the cover. I could see someone's misinterpreting that as a classical record. $4. Man, that was a steal. Now, I'm assuming you know about the millennium. People often prefer that, but I don't know. Present tense, the millennium, go hand in hand for me. I mean, who doesn't want to hear Glenn Campbell doing some dreamy psych pop? Now, I think you would like J.K. Company, Suddenly One Summer. Don't know if you've shown that or not, Rich. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of hard to hold up in the one-handed like this. It's a thick book. You've seen that cover, right? The 15-year-old that basically predated Radiohead. I got a copy on White Whale, but I think Beat Rocket reissued that some years ago. JK & Co. I just came across that Colors record you shared. I have the same feelings with this one as I do with the Jameson. You know, it's decent, but I don't return to it as often. And I definitely don't recommend the second Colors, called Atmospheres. It's a scam. I don't recommend it. It's got like one good track. Nice. Got a White Whale copy, I guess. I can't remember what everybody has shown, so I've probably seen you share it before. Oh, they got me fooled with that fake fade out. Yeah, Colors. Yeah, it's a little Beatlesy, right? Some of the tracks. Love Heals. Brother Lou's Love Colony. Oh, that reminds me. I think you would love that one. It's one of the Beach Boys. Was in the band The Moon. But it's a toughie. It's a tough one to get. The Moon Without Earth. We'll play a track from there. Kind of show you what it's like. And somebody can help me out. It's one of the Beach Boys who's leading this group. He was an early member. This is truly psych pop. Yeah, and the other Moon album isn't as good. It's kind of showing up. The Moon Without Earth. I'll have to play that on one of my assorted poppy streams. All right. Oh, yeah. Mike Love. It's full of love, right? Anyways, this was Thunder and Roses we played. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Hope you enjoyed the lid. Les Goths. God, we played those hours ago now. Alright, nobody heard that, right? Okay. Yeah, let's retreat to this one here. Show the two that I was really trying to spotlight. If you have not heard this, Lid. It's on a Karma. Kind of hard to find these days, but I was desperate. Had to get this in Germany. The Time of Hate and Struggle. It's going to be the one that reels you in. And then, of course, Les Goths. If you love that bluesy acid rock from France. Thank you so much, Dom, for this. Rewind the stream. Be kind, please rewind. I am not okay. No. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I mentioned the Moon because they cover Brother Lou's Love Colony. But I've always preferred the Colors version. It's just slightly different. Yeah, thanks everybody for stopping by. Don't have any exciting stories to tell you really, except it's always about health issues. I'm doing okay though. You know, the fires haven't reached out this way, but they could at any time out along the interstate. They have those banners warning people about the wind advisory. We're in a red flag warning. And I think I'm gonna try and shoot a update video. I'm gonna show my online pickups. There's stuff I haven't shown you yet, even in this live stream. I even picked up what you could call like a country lounge singer record, but it's not your typical either. It's kind of cosmic and awesome. Anybody heard of Ronnie Prophet? I guess he was a pretty famous fella. He had like his own TV show in Canada. He had a few lounge records, and man, I don't even remember how I came across it. I think someone had shared it, Instagram or something. I don't remember where I found out about it, but Ronnie Prophet, that guy can play guitar, man. He does a great version of Ghost Riders in the Sky, which is, we're going to play it here some night. All right. This is a new world record, nearly 4 hours. I'm not too tired either. I'm doing okay, but haven't been up at, well, I woke up a little earlier today too. About 3:30 because I couldn't sleep without that sleep study bugging me. You know, I had that thing tied to my finger super tight. In case anybody missed it, yeah, I was doing a sleep study a couple nights in a row, and of course I can't sleep right when I have that, you know, taking the blood pressure away from my finger. Ronnie Prophet. Yeah, Ronnie Prophet. And the album is called Profit Picking. Yeah, that's the one I picked up on. Ronnie Rocket. Is that a porn star? Okay, on that note, we're going to catch y'all later. Thanks for stopping by, getting fuzzed out. Hopefully it cleaned all that earwax. And that's all I got to say. Have a good weekend. Make sure you drink some prune juice. Take your vitamins. And then, you can retreat back to mescaline in the evening when no one's around. So, just going to let this song close out. Thanks for stopping by.